Blessed are the meek. I was shocked when I caught my son, El Couture, trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting High Chieftain Bidet. He gave me an impressive speech about how he now understood what he had done wrong. Humble, deceitful, or honest. If he's going to be intrigued like he seems to be, actually, change it off of this. Have him be honest. Because diplomacy's great. Horse riders are lined up behind me in a column stretching out to the left and right. My con, they are all awaiting the signal to begin. The preparations are done. I knock an arrow, lift my bow, and let the arrow fly. With a pain scream, I see a plump goat fall twitching to the ground. Panic bleating follows as chaos spreads among the beasts, followed by the rhythmic thumping of hooves as the riders set out on the hunt. Show me the strength of the Curates. Now we're all riding. 50 days to get this as high as possible. I want excellent. The rush of the hunt has died down and many hunters return to camp to discuss their plans while the rest observe the boars from a distance. We must be gruesome, ruthless as we are to our foes. One of my vassals exclaims. Turil, nodding in agreement, adds, but there will be no strength in numbers if we do not work together. Before another argument can break out, Yavin Cad steps in to offer his own advice. We can stick to tradition, but with patience, watch the animals, close in on them slowly, and strike when they least expect it. In the midst of their chatter, they turn to me, awaiting my opinion. We have a bunch of different options. I think ambush is in order. But this becomes significantly more successful if it fails. We gain animal observation. Herd gain and herd capacity. That is good. I'm gonna go for that. Ambush is in order. Almost up to tier 1. As long as we get that, it's good. Wait. Whatever this name is. Abruptly dismounts his horse kneeling on the ground. I thought I saw here. Must have belonged to less fortunate hunters. He snarkily remarks, presenting a blood-stained bow, the wood chipped. I can take it because of my dread. I can tell him to keep it. Get back on your horse. Oh, yeah, worthy Nerj. With each hunter in their proper position, our riders close in on a pack of boars. Some scout out the beast by trotting slightly ahead of our formation while others are ready to strike. Foolishly, my nephew runs at the head, causing some of the boars to scatter. His attempts to corral them back are in vain, and the beasts try to flee from our grasp. Leave them to the boars? No. Regroup and collect what we can from their remains. Or, he is still one of us, this mistake is only human. Regroup and collect what we can. Somewhat more successful. Only a few boars got left behind. Yeah, my guy's looking pretty dapper, if I do say so myself. I like that facial hair he's got on him. Looks nice. That with the tails on his head, awesome. A ways from the main hunting cohort, Belganute tells me of a beautiful white saiga that has been spotted. It was unlike anything I have ever seen. It was not alone, however. There were smaller ones with it, all as white as snow. I have hunted wolves, deer, and wild cats, but to slay such a creature might bring me great renown. It is mine! We should track it, but do not harm it. We're here for the hunt, not to sightsee. 69% chance. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Damn. I got wounded. I think that's it. 4, 3, 2... One more event. No? Damn. It's quite the successful hunt, as dozens upon dozens of animals now lie dead at our feet. Thankfully, there's more than enough people to go through them all, so we can butcher them and bring home all the excess meat we have gained. The smell of blood and sweat hangs heavy in the air, and yet everyone is everyone are happily sharing their best stories from the hunt with one another. I think that should be everyone is. It just reads wrong. Oh, I gain open terrain expert. Hold on. Stop. Lock in. Because it's trying to pass over open terrain expert. 39 dread, 300 prestige, 75 gold, 50 legitimacy, and then every other character got 150 prestige. Awesome. And we got open terrain expert. Which is good. If I have to command, I won't be completely useless. Finish the hunt. Alright, prestige is in the positive now. New faction? No, he's my prisoner. He's actually very good. New daughter. Alan. Alan, really? After her. Okay, we'll name her after you. He's in prison. We'll hold on to you for now. I do need to reduce some more stress. Host a funeral? I didn't know we could. Yeah, let's do a funeral for our father. Karkorum is to be our father, Saint II's final resting place, and I'm left alone to gather my thoughts and prepare for the arrival of the honored mourners. I'll never forget him. I gain a little bit of prestige. I love the music. I didn't even know we could do funerals, though. As a tribe. It's really good for getting legitimacy up after a ruler dies. Ransom that guy. At the funeral. We're at the funeral ransoming people. Oh boy. All of my sons have a say in this? This is stupid. My nephew and cousin. We've got a long life ahead of us. We got 20 more years. We should have enough time to get them under our sway. We're getting a lot of money. Let's build that family here. Get that increase in renown. He wants to submit. I accept your submission. Two days. And it failed. Again, 5% chance to fail, and it failed. What is this? What am I playing? XCOM? Alright, let's take care of this succession. He's 29. Let's go for, he's probably gonna die of leprosy fairly soon. We'll go after Aaron Ties. We will start a sway scheme on him. This is the other reason. 5% chance, does it say? 59. Oh. I couldn't see it. Ooh. I cannot join that. Oh, because it's my vassal doing it. The Mongols up here. Alright. Here we go. All eyes fall upon Margus, my uncle, as he falls to the ground in lamentation, hands coating his reddened eyes from view. His sorrowful gasps and chokes have left his fellow mourners breathless, and many offer him comfort and reverence as if it were him who was to be committed to the hereafter. Eyes must fall only on me. I can only mourn in my own way, and I offer comfort. I can only mourn in my own way. Important nobility, far too great in number to pass by the enshrouded body. That sentence reads really bad. granting him little more than a simple bow or a nod, as though such a gesture was sufficient to show one's reverence for life. My heart weighs as heavy as my pockets, so full of trinkets and memories of him. I can't help but wonder why I should get to hoard objects which rightfully belong to him. Now, depending on what I give, it'll give me a piety. I'll give. Let's see. What is the duck feather? Useless. I'll inter the duck feather with him. I gaze upon my father in quiet contemplation, interrupted only by, not be, by the occasional well-wisher offering their sympathies. Debaucher, fop-doodle, fop-doodle. You dare call yourself Khan? My uncle Margus hurls himself towards me. He had designs for me to rule in his place, villain. No, I was him, and I did not have designs for your lazy ass to rule. Get out, or I don't care. Get out. Just get out. Of all the figures venerated and villainous, none have been more desired than our departed Khan Saint, with his crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination. I am at last left with a moment of solace between myself and my father. Unrelenting devotion. Promise to be a better Khan. Unrelenting devotion. Yes. Extra legitimacy gain. The yurt got completed. Awesome. I and the other mourners take a reprieve from our grief to enjoy a great bounty of food. One of my vassals, usually the lifeblood of any feast now, sits across from me misty-eyed with an untouched goblet at his side. How can we make ourselves fat and merry in times like these? Are we to satisfy our hedonistic desires while Saint has none? Join me, empty your goblets in libation. The guests seem to agree. There is wisdom in his oafish lamentation. Join? A round of drinks for everybody. Yeah. A round of drinks for everybody. Get me more legitimacy. And another nomad faction. I can manage things from here. Yeah, I don't even need a commander. Let's raise them all up. Oh, he didn't come. Wow. Okay, that's fine. Sorrowful line marches on. The sorrowful line marches on, the line to have a last moment with Khan Saint. Whoever did the proofreading for these events needs to go back and reread all of his lines, because a lot of these read really poorly. That should be a semicolon. A last whisper, a last goodbye, a last nothing at the last place anyone will see him again. Truly a privilege it is to be here. The line brings me ever closer until at last the figure in front of me parts, and there is nothing but a veil between me and him. Make a speech promising to rule in his honor. Everybody will be upset more than likely. I'll speak of his virtues. Not that he had many. Oh, he was brave. Okay, I guess that counts. A couple more days and then it's over. Before me a feasting table stocked high with all manner of foods and drink, as if my father were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before parting. My nephew and cousin, oh boy, has so far refused to lay a finger on this banquet. However, swilling his goblet in idle solace, his middle-distance stare falls wearily on me, and with a quiet nod he raises his drink high. To Khan Saint of the Curates, truly one of the greats. Speak a quiet prayer. Speak a quiet prayer. Yep. Oh yeah, we'll wipe him out. Easily. Easily. I feel a calm wash over me, gazing around the room of mourners. Some eyes are stained red. Others would see this like as like any other cause for a gathering. One soul, however, looks to me with uncertainty as she tugs at my side. My half-sister. Oh, poor kid. She's 3 years old. She does not weep openly, but does not seem unmoved like many other children present. What happened to Saint? Why is everybody sad? Oh, poor kid. Poor kid. Oh, I feel bad. He's in the eternal blue sky now. She's traumatized. Oh boy. I traumatized my half-sister. Oh boy, that's not good. Tried to comfort her, instead traumatized her. Oh boy. The shadows of mourners no longer loom over me, and I am at last given a moment alone. With quiet comfort, I could take in such a moment without the rattling and prattling of other guests in my ears. Just my thoughts, and just me and my thoughts of my father. It feels good. My spy master has come to me with this discovery. Somebody is scheming against me. Okay, they're trying to steal my herd. And we won that battle. It's over. More dread, more legitimacy. Are you kidding me? Just... I'll recruit him. He seems pretty talented. The grief of the grandfather. Aw, my son's upset. Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretense of propriety, Aaron Ties, my son, gazes out into the nothingness before him. Not a tear falls from his eyes. Not a word passes his mouth until he turns to me. Tengri can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind still yet blow? Why does the sea continue to push to the shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? The apocalypse is upon us. My grandfather is dead. Quietly nod, or where there's life, there's always hope. 53% chance he becomes my friend. I'll take it. He's comforted. He became my friend. Awesome. Awesome. Don't need to sway him anymore. And that makes him obedient. Awesome. There's one more that needs to become obedient. This guy. Befriend will take. Let's start swaying him. This one. El Couture has joined me. He's a courtier. Okay, that's just gonna keep popping. I'll capture him and just execute him next time. Another time has come to commit Khan Saint to the Karate's final rites before his final journey into the hereafter. His body has been carried to the highest point in Karakoram to a procession of mourners. Just before the summit, the body is left exclusively for me to take for the final... For me to take the final journey. This just reads wrong. For the final journey. For you to take for the final leg of the journey. For you to take the final leg of the journey. Yeah. To see him surrounded by so many mourners and given a proper Tengri burial gives me hope that perhaps I too will be remembered as fondly as fondly as Khan. That one's on me. The ceremonial incisions are made to assist the scavenging bird in accessing the flesh, and the ceremony is complete for now. All that remains is a return in a few days for the bones. Beautiful Becken. And the funeral is over. Got a bunch of legitimacy, though. Alright. It's time to attack this guy for the Empire of Mongolia. This whole confederation. They're not against me. Alright. Here we go. Iron ties. Oh, he's with me. He's marching. Introduce heir. Tyann. Yeah, introduce Tyann. The blood of my blood, my son Tyann must one day demand the loyalty of all the Bepis and many other peoples. Without strong friends to back him, my heir's voice may go unheeded. As we mount our horses, I count those who are faithful to me. They are few, but there's one alone who I truly trust. The other Tyann, my vassal. Shares one trait in common with him, it seems. Oh! What? Factors affecting success. Shares one trait, high culture acceptance, similar age. Well, they are of similar age. He's 19 and he's 23. The custom of greeting. As he arranges the food and drink of welcome, my vassal High Chieftain Tyann is gray and impassive as an old Karen. And though my son knows my will, Tyann simply puffs his chest and then quietly savors the warmth of the fire. It is I who must herd these two horses into the same corral, who must forge a trust that outlasts my living flesh. We share precious ties and they must last. 60% chance, or bribe them. I'll try the diplomacy challenge. Can I get my wife to assist me with it? A 1% increase. Every percent counts. Awesome. And they're waiting for me. Awesome. The last embers glow. We have supped and talked late into the night, rousing sleepy children with our laughter and frightening them with our throat singing. I hardly need sing or speak as High Chieftain Tyann and Tyann. They're both named Tyann. And dream of those yet to come. I have brought two noble souls into friendship, and they have become friends. Awesome. It's good. It gives him a friend in the future when he has to take over. Do need more prestige, though. Let's speed it up a little bit, because sieges can take a while. And it's done. My daughter has come of age. Tough soldier and faithful blade. Not bad. Could be worse. He's submitting. Alright. I want to take over the entire Kyrgyz Khanate. This area right here, that should be Mongolia. They ran from us. They're gonna try and come down from the top, aren't they? But it doesn't matter. They should have tried to stop me here. Took their capital. War is over. Every defender becomes my tributary. Awesome. The Mongolian Karates. It's just called the Karates now. He's brave, I think that's why he won't accept vassalage. Arrogant. Nomadic. Yeah. Call for an assembly. Awesome. What in the world was my son Elkatur doing in that wardrobe in the servants' chambers? Playing hide and seek, he claims? He looks like a fool, smiling, flustered cheeks, drooling, barely hearing what I'm saying. Oh, I know what happened. He must have seen two of the stable boys, plucking a chicken together. That is undoubtedly lust in his eyes. Or I can make him chaste. You randy little bugger, save it for when you're grown up. I'm fine with the men being lustful. What is this? Executions could be better. The condemned thief jerks at the end of a rope and then goes still. The crowd of commoners mutters their approval and begins to disperse, but where is the cheering, the groaning, the terror? I could improve the public executions with one simple change. Executions should be slow and creative. Mandatory execution attendance. More of them. Harsh justice. Execution should be slow and creative. Let's do that. And we're almost getting the Seducer perk. We need a new keeper of the horses. He's good. Yeah. When is the season switching over? Next year. And my Stargazer is become infirm. Unfortunate. There we go, Seducer. Fertility, attraction, opinion, and 3 intrigue points. We'll go down Torturer next. Get Forever Infamous. We do have a lot of dread. What is this? Head Knight of the Chieftain Slayers. Marauder and Idealist. Destroy that. No. Thug, Vanguard, Contender. Vanguard's not terrible, but we don't use any of those. What about here? This Tactician's not bad. Scoundrel. Stalwart. Outrider. Do we have an Outrider? We have Horse Archer. Does Outrider affect... it only affects light cavalry. Not as useful. Contender, Tactician, Stalwart. Tactician's not terrible. I'll hold off on it for now. And we're back in chaotic succession again. There we go again. They're back again. Sometimes I just don't know if these people can learn. Why is the obedience threshold so high? Alright. We'll just kill him this time. More legitimacy. There we go. It's over. Consult the skies. Oh, we finally have enough piety to do that. Let's... Life as health boost. That's fertility. Speak to me of war. No. I guess Tengri wasn't listening. Alright, let's start mopping up the rest of my kingdom. My tributary. Oh, they're tributaries. Never mind then. And this confederation here. They might be a problem. Probably not, though. This lady is stupid. Alright. I think we're gonna end this here. Actually, hold on. Let's see what we get for the new season, and then we'll end it. Ah, my friend Essen died. Who's not paying me tribute anymore? Alright, I don't care. There's 2 confederations here. Huh, not bad. No thanks, I don't want to go with the hunt. Another guy submitting? Okay. I could put Zia under my tribute. Yeah, but they don't make much money. They make money for me to raid them. These guys have gotten very stable ever since they were put under my protection. 1st of January, 9:47. Let's speed it up. One of my tributaries is getting attacked. I'm not worried for the tributary. Here we go. Ah, we didn't get Blessings of the Blue Sky. We got Abundant Grazing. Ooh. Have Sarsen Zood is probably next. But we got Abundant Grazing now. And so the world keeps on turning. The grass has grown so tall that children get lost in it. Yeah. Our herd is going to boom. Alright. That's enough for now. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.